What's up? um, yeah, I guess I'm gonna start making content again. So there's some things that has happened in the last couple months that has kind of made me want to start doing this again. So I got a new computer, which is why I kind of retired from YouTube because the computer that I had was basically crippled. Um, it I'm shocked it lasted as long as it did, to be honest with you. These last couple years, it's been hanging on by a thread. It's just it finally took a shit the other week. About two weeks ago, give or take. The driver just completely died in it. So I have a brand new. I think this is a year old. Uh, it's last year computers. It's fairly new. It's a newer Windows, and it's fantastic. Um, it has a video recording software on it, which I did not know. So I don't know how often I'm going to do this or what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to start making stuff here and there, whether it be concert stuff, vest tours, which I guess I did during COVID. This last 3 years has been a fucking whirlwind. It really has. So, um, the band that I was in completely broke up. It didn't even really happen. It did for a minute, and then it just kind of fell the fuck apart. Shit happened, and yeah, it is what it is. Life goes the fuck on. My music career, I'm not gonna say it's over or dead, but at this point, it's not happening anytime soon or going anywhere for that matter. Um, Life has been what it's been. I changed jobs last year. Went back to my old store that I was at for almost a decade. Um, Lots of shit happened that I might make a video about actually. Um, by the way, my hair is long as fuck. This is the longest I've ever had my actual hair without just doing mohawk in the middle. So it's not lasting much longer. It's killing me slowly. So yeah, I've never had my actual hair. Like, look how fucking long it is. It's down to almost the middle of my forehead. I've never had my hair that long ever. I don't think I've cut it since November or December. Or it's been 4 or 5 months since I've cut my hair, which is, like I said, it's almost the longest I've ever went without cutting it. My actual head, not my, I've left the middle go for months, but I've never let the actual head on my hair go for that long. But anyways, so I don't know. Life is kind of what it is. It's the last 2 years have been exceptional, to be honest with you. Since the summer of 2021, um, I set the record for concerts in, was it 2021? Was it last year? I Between the fall of 2021 and last year, I think it was almost 40 shows, a lot. 2 music festivals, um, Black Veil Brides 4 times, lots of shit, lots of stuff. 2022, other than work, was fucking amazing. Um, Went to Chicago and saw Arch Enemy in May of last year. It was a fucking blast. It was my favorite show of last year, other than Incarceration, which was a fucking Incarceration was amazing. I'm so glad that me and my friend are doing it again this year. And I'm going to make a video about Incarceration. I was making TikToks, but TikTok kind of sucks. So now that I can make YouTube videos again, I'm going to just start doing this. So, but Metalica is coming out next month. There's a lot of shit coming around the corner here. I have 2 shows coming up here in the end of March. Fear Factory and Static X, which I'm really excited to see Fear Factory. Really like their new vocalist. And then Morbid Angel and fucking Crypta. I am mainly going for Crypta, is who I bought the tickets for. I'm a massive fan of their lead vocalist and bass player, who was in Nervosia, and I love Crypta. That album they put out a couple years ago is a fucking ripper. Apparently, they have a new EP or an album coming out this year. So awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing YouTube again this summer, because shows are very sporadic. I've got a couple here and there every month, but nothing like last year. I was doing 2 or 3 shows a week, almost every month from March until November of this last year. It was just fucking bam, 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 show, because everybody fucking dropped tours and hit this area, and Pierre's was getting everything, and they would land on my days off, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to everything, because that year of COVID did nothing. A year solid of doing nothing. Um, really fucked me up royally. And working retail did not fucking help matters either. I know I talked about it on this channel before I left or what the fuck ever back in 2020. But COVID was hell, man. And the light at the end of the tunnel that was 2021 was fantastic. Those first 2 shows I went to, Seven Dust and Jackal, were fucking amazing. They really were. And then Pierre's, like I said, in Fort Wayne, man, they got some of the best shows and the best tours last year. I mean, fucking Cannibal Corpse and Dark Funeral and Doyle and Overkill and Azagrom and Cultus Profano, which is one of my favorite concerts that I've ever been to. I was literally a foot from both of those bands, and they're 2 of my favorite black metal bands of all time. So that black metal show during Halloween weekend last year was a fucking blast. I got to meet Azagrom, and I got to meet the drummer of Cultus Profano. I have a signed CD from Azagrom, so fucking amazing. They have a new album coming out at some point. I talked to their drummer, and she said it's basically about getting it mixed and produced or something along those lines. So, but I know they have new music in the pipe, so it's coming out sometime soon, hopefully. But yeah, that tour was amazing to come to this area. But man, Fort Wayne just got all the fucking shows, and this year it's the exact opposite. Ohio's getting everything. I think I have more Ohio shows this year than I do Indiana shows. I think I have like 3 or 4 in Columbus, which never was the case ever. But that new venue they have in Columbus called King of Clubs, where I saw Accept at, has been getting a lot of good things. I'm seeing OTEP there in June and Havoc in Toxic Holocaust in August, which is going to be a fucking blast. I've never seen Havoc do a headline show. I've seen Havoc. I saw them with Black Dahlia Murder and Midnight 2018. So, but I've never seen them just do that. So I'm a huge Havoc fan. I have been since Time Is Up came out, or what is that? Or is that the name of that album? Whatever the fuck the album is that has Time Is Up on it. So I've been a fan of theirs for quite a long time. They put out two albums since then. So or 3 albums. Excuse me. No, if he has 3 albums, they put out fucking A Natural Selection, whatever the fuck the album is after that. I can't think of the name, and then 5, which has Don't Do It on it and stuff like that. So yeah, Havoc's put out 3 albums since I've been into them. So that's where the fuck does time go? I'm 30 years old this year. It's been a long time. So yeah. But anyways, yeah. So lots of things coming up this summer for the most part. Seeing Pantera twice in a month. I cannot fucking wait. Like I said, I'm going to do a whole video on incarceration probably here towards the beginning of summer. Once we get closer to July. Yeah, I'm going to do some stuff on incarceration, but I can't wait for incarceration. That's the big trip of the year. It's the whole, I'm taking almost an entire week off of work for incarceration. So yeah, because last year I was a fucking idiot, and incarceration last year was fucking amazing. And tried to go back to work on fucking Tuesday like a dumbass, and was like, no. And said fuck it and didn't go. So this year I took the 2 days after incarceration off to get because that weekend is going to be fucking insane. I mean, Pantera, Lamb of God, Limp Bizkit, fucking Slipknot, Cold Chamber, there's so many fucking bands on Incarceration this year. It's one of the best festival lineups I've ever seen. I think I said it. Other than the Louder Than Life that we saw Metallica at twice, it's probably my favorite festival lineup that I've ever seen out of all the music festivals I've been to, and I think this is number 9, if I'm not mistaken. Because I've done Rock on the Range 3 times, Louder Than Life 3 times, which is 6, and then Rockville, which is 7, and then Incarceration, which is 8, and then Incarceration again. So that's number 9. So this is the 9th one that I've done as a 3-day festival. I did Mayhem Fest, the last Mayhem Fest that ever happened. Then supposedly we're bringing that back last year or the year before, and I heard nothing about it. Not nothing, no anything. So I wish somebody would do something along the lines of Mayhem Fest or Warped Tour and bring back a 15 to 20 band all day couple stage per venue bill like Ozfest or what the fuck ever. But I don't know. There's such a monopoly on these big ass music festivals now that I don't know if it's in the cards for people to do that. So who the hell knows? But yeah, I'm gonna talk about the new Metallica here in another week or two once we get towards that. I've been loving the new music so far. All 3 tracks they've put out I think are fantastic. I know a lot of people have been talking shit and it's not good, blah 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 blah. And you know what? Here's my thing. I would rather have more Metallica than not. So that's kind of my thoughts as a Metallica fan. I would rather have it than not have it. So, you know, I think Metallica is going to go for another 10 years, probably. And then I could see probably about towards my late 30s them being done. A lot of these legacy bands are nearing the end. I don't see Iron Maiden going much longer. I'm kind of shocked they're still going, to be honest with you. Kiss is finally calling it quits. Thank God. That's a band that should have been done 10 years ago, in my opinion. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to talk too long. I had a long ass day at work. But I just wanted to tell you guys that, yeah, I'm going to start making content again since I am able to. So that's kind of why I said fuck it and I was done, because I had some other things going on at the time. And my computer was basically crippled to do videos. So, but yeah, I guess we're going to start doing this again. So I don't have any kind of. I have some things I'm going to this spring and summer. Might do concert reviews or some shit like that, or I'm gonna do maybe some album reviews or whatnot, or there's some genre stuff I want to do, especially with black metal, because I'm making a black metal vest right now, and it's been fantastic. Real quick before I get the fuck off here, the origins of this black metal vest were I ran out of room on the black and death metal vest that I made. God, 5 years ago now. It's been a long time since I've had that motherfucker, and I kept wanting to add stuff to it, but I was out of room. So I was like, fuck it. And I stripped all the black metal stuff off of it for the most part, and I'm making a new vest. So it's turning out fantastic. It's one of my favorite vests that I've done so far. Speaking of which, that is an obsession. If you're as big a music addict as I am, I have 10. Is it 10 now? A lot. A lot of them motherfuckers. Because it started with one, and then it started with the death metal one, and then I made that Black Veil Brides one, and then it has no motherfucking balled from there. And it has just been. It's an obsession. It's an addiction. Once you get started, and once you start doing it and seeing how fucking sick you can make them, it's just like, I need to do all of them. So Yeah, it's definitely my favorite hobby outside of going to shows is making vests and all that stuff. I finally just finished my first one the other day. I literally can't add another patch to it. I literally am out of room. So I added a Parkway Drive patch from what I saw Parkway Drive back in February, which was fucking amazing. Um, One of my favorite shows that I've been to so far was Parkway Drive this year. I got rail and I got a guitar pick and it was just a fucking blast. It was amazing seeing Parkway Drive this year. But I had to miss out on Skillet and San Antonio because of a muscle injury that I sustained. So yeah, I almost had to take a leave of absence from work because of it. But I pushed through. But there was no way I was going to a concert 2 hours away from me and standing and all that bullshit. So I had to just cancel it. So it is what it is. But anyways, so yeah. But anyways, sorry, my fucking allergies are killing me. But I had a Parkway Drive and I added a Behemoth patch to it, and that's literally it. That's the end of the red vest. That's the end of the first vest. I literally can't add another patch to it unless I was to like tear the fucker apart, which I'm not gonna do. So that thing has been literally I've been working on it since 2017, so a long time, and it's finally finished all the way. So there's lots of other vests that are done too. I have a metalica vest that's basically finished. I have a Michael Bride's vest that's basically finished. Um, a couple other ones, but Punk vest is basically finished. But yeah, it's became an obsession. I've just made more and more and more. COVID didn't help matters either. That actually fueled the addiction was COVID because I had just nothing but time on my fucking hands other than going to work. So I was like, fuck it, we're just gonna do vests and patches and all kinds of shit. So COVID didn't help matters either. It actually fueled the addiction. But yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying subscribed to the motherfucking channel. More stuff coming in the near future. Album reviews, concert stuff, vest stuff. Well, who the fuck knows what else? But that's fuck out of here. So yeah, thanks for watching. Deuces.